YouTube. So if you haven't been paying attention, the whole Emiru situation shocked the Twitch world. And this video is titled "Mizkif's Response to Emiru's Abuse Allegations Makes It Even Worse." Video by Omizi. I know he's gonna get into it. And yeah, let's go.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing.
I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from...
We watched the lives in the moment. Who do y'all think is in the right? I don't know. I heard a lot about this Mizkif guy, bro.
People in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it. But I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone. And I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not? Go crazy. Who cares?
Boy, this is actually sick and disgusting. Remember that young streamer, Emiru, who we covered?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. 7 days ago, she probably had a horrible fucking week. She got to deal with creeps from her audience. She's got to deal with her own ex-boyfriend. Oh my god, bro. She probably like chronically stressed.
7 days ago on this channel that got assaulted at TwitchCon, the young streamer who had her assailant come around the barricade and come up, hug her, kiss her on the neck, potentially have something in his hand to...
Yeah, that looked like a knife, bro.
Do something with it. I can't even honestly think of what he was gonna do with the device that he had in his hand. Yeah, that same streamer. Well, in her address to Dan Clancy and the Twitch community about what happened, she said something very, very interesting. Something that had my ears kind of perk up.
But honestly, this has been a really hard year for me. Honestly, it's been really...
Oh, this was on the way to TwitchCon. So that shit was probably already eating her up, bro.
Hard, like 2 years. I've been carrying a lot of really heavy burdens. There's a lot of things that I haven't wanted to talk about that I think I will probably be talking about when I get home from TwitchCon.
And lo and behold, the thing that she was talking about was levying allegations of SA, domestic abuse, verbal abuse, and a bunch of other things on streamer Mizkif, her ex-boyfriend. Now, I'm gonna give a trigger warning. Some of the stuff that's about to be discussed in this video is actually kind of disgusting, and not even kind of disgusting, it's quite disgusting. But you get to hear both her telling of the events, and because we waited long enough, we also get his telling and admittance to a lot of the things that she claimed.
His response was horrible. He pretty much like admitted, he pretty much confirmed everything. He literally. Oh, but then he threw in the mix like, oh, but she threw a plushie at me. Oh, but she killed her rabbits though. Bro, you realize like rabbits can die from like loud noises? That's the crazy part.
That he did in his own words. Emiru starts off this conversation by talking about how controlling and emotionally abusive Mizkif is. She talks about two different instances. One instance in which she was made to cry for hours on end based off of Mizkif's drunken rage about him being, you know, so insecure about his viewership. Emiru had more viewers than he did, and he didn't like the way that she was streaming on one of her Q&A drunken streams. So he called / texted her and started berating her about how she was conducting herself on stream.
By the way, they pulled up that clip. They found that clip. And you hear the knocking. That shit is crazy.
Is he gonna play it? 45-minute intermission to go off and handle this situation, only to come back and cry on camera.
Okay, wait. I need to walk around for a second. I'm a little bit...
No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not the right clip. This was the clip. I'm about to pull it up right now. This is the clip.
Literally found the exact moment on stream she was talking about.
And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me, you know.
All right, here we go. So she had, here's the breakdown, right? She had more views than he did, right? And so he got mad at the fact that she had more viewers and ended his stream. So then his viewers went to her stream, and he started knocking on the door and sending her messages live talking about he's gonna off himself.
All right, chat. I'll see you guys later. Probably tonight, if not tomorrow.
What does unofficial Mizraid mean?
Basically, Mizkif ended his stream because he had lower viewership, and his chatters joined Emiru's stream, while he was messaging her that he wanted to zap himself.
Messaging her while she's live.
All acting.
like we haven't murdered, like we haven't pillaged.
You hear it? You see her trying to keep it together. He's slamming the door.
Go to the restroom real quick.
I'm stuck in here. Okay.
This is just scary.
Just slam it. Y'all hear that shit? Just slam. Goof. It sounds like he's trying to break in that bitch. What's up with this guy?
Messaging her while she's live.
All acting like we haven't murdered, like we haven't pillaged.
You hear it? You see her trying to keep it together.
That's
He's slamming
crazy.
the door.
Go to the restroom
That's fucking insane, bro.
real quick.
I'm stuck in here. Okay.
This is just scary. Yeah.
I actually downloaded her VOD and confirmed how she left for 20 minutes, then came back completely overwhelmed because that schizo was spamming her, saying he wanted to kill himself while punching her door, all because she had higher viewership.
That's crazy.
But alright, yeah, I'm gonna log out for now, but I'll probably come back later.
This is when she stopped.
And if not, tomorrow my normal time.
Which she didn't do. Yeah, I actually kept going back and forth slamming the door because you didn't get big enough for that. Yeah. Man.
Like we haven't pillaged.
I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I
Oh
punched
my god, bro. She would throw plushies at me. What's that squishy noise? You know what I'm talking about? Oh my god, wow, bro. A girl who's like 110 pounds threw a fucking plushie at you. She's so abusive.
I think I took too many shots too quickly. I'm doing great. Okay, I'm feeling great right now. So why don't we continue the Q&A for a little bit?
Now, Mizkif would claim that she was going to farm parasocial viewerships.
You literally lift your legs like a cheerleader multiple times. Stick a bottle between your legs and play with it. Farm those, wait, what? Farm those parasocial people by doing this content in the first place. After claiming to me you don't want those weirdos and you hate this community and you hate the just chatting community. I genuinely don't think things like that as sexual when I'm doing it, especially since I'm wearing pajama pants, but I will stop. Okay, LOL. I do dislike having to always make content for those type of viewers, but I thought this was something that would be easy and low effort. Go to sleep on stream. Clearly that's not one we've talked about or is bad to do. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that this is controlling though. This message doesn't seem like it's controlling. It's really, here's the truth, right? About a lot of female streamers. A lot of them will be in secret relationships with either other streamers, their moderator that's always in the chat, or their cameraman, but you're not gonna notice, right? Why they don't tell their viewers? So that they can farm those parasocials for sub money and viewership. They do that shit all the time, and they know that they're doing it. They know that they're doing it. Him telling her not to do certain things that she's not even aware of isn't crazy. I'm gonna be honest. It's a business thing. I mean, pretty much. They be farming the tier 3 subs and shit. They know what they be doing.
Claiming that she was doing sexual things to, garner a certain type of audience. He was saying that she was lifting her legs and doing something sexual with the bottle. But let me show you the clips. These are the clips that Mizkif is talking about that is garnering this audience. He's saying that this is a way for her to sexualize herself in order to... It's some weird and controlling ass shit. I'm turned on. I don't know. And this
No, you're a regular guy, bro. He don't know about the gooners. He don't know about the gooners, bro. That shit didn't look crazy.
Be a super gooner to get turned on by this. Like, I don't... Now, Mizkif goes on to address these allegations that he is some sort of controlling freak. He acknowledges that he is this type of person, but I'm gonna play it and let you hear how he describes it. That way you can make your own judgments.
I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole. Stop talking about past relationships. And yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted.
Hanging out around specific, like what people?
I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe.
Interesting.
And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man.
A way to sell it. I ain't gonna lie, Mizkif, way to sell it. He didn't want anybody else to end up harming her.
Bro, my thing is, like, if you wanted the relationship to end, why did you spin back? And then you tried to, like, you know, after not talking for a while, you try to patch things up, or like you're constantly keeping tabs on her and constantly trying to stay in her orbit. That doesn't even make sense.
Because he wanted to be the only one to do it. This isn't the only situation of him being emotionally abusive to her.
Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom, the holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me, and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him, and he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour. And
Bro.
like one time he even said like
100 and what car is he driving in to be able to go 150 miles an hour? Because think about it, if you driving that fast, the fucking steering wheel, that shit is shaking. That shit is shaking, bro.
well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us.
I'm gonna say this for anybody who's dealing with any sort of relationships or situationships that they feel potentially have the signs of being toxic. Anybody that's actively punching a hole in a wall, something
they
that
got violent tendencies. You don't want to be around that. You don't want to be around that kind of person, bro.
doesn't damage the wall greater than the hole that you put in it, but damages you, like they're physically willing to sacrifice themselves, that person is abusive and they are willing to punch you even. The same thing with threats of violence or harming yourself. It's all kikis and ha-has until it's not. That whole conversation about, oh, I'm gonna drive 150 miles per hour and we'll both end up dead in this car. That is not something to play with. That's not something.
That's not sane behavior at all, bro. He was trying to start it from the bottom. Now we way up that situation, bro. Nah, I'm not fucking with that, bro. A lot of these people are, and here's the thing, he didn't even say why. He said because the reason why he was willing to end it all was because he didn't get invited to a Mr. Beast shoot. And another streamer did. Bro, a lot of these streamers, I've been saying this heavily since July, bro. A lot of these streamers are weird. And all that they give a fuck about in this life is to be lit and to get money. And that's it. And they don't care if it's at the expense of somebody else. They don't care who they gotta step on. They don't care who they gotta backstab. They don't care who they gotta lie to. They don't care about who they gotta manipulate. As long as they can get to where they want to be, they will do it, bro. They don't give a fuck. They don't have no fulfillment in life except trying to make it seem like they're on. And here's the truth, bro. People can smell that from a mile away. A lot of these streamers are not genuine, bro. A lot of them are not genuine. I'm telling you.
Something to take lightly. If you're hearing those types of talking points in your relationship, that's a clear indicator and sign that somebody is abusive and that you should get out. This is a bit of violence that Mizkif himself even owns up to in his response to this Emiru blasting of him.
I was not perfect, and I reflect on those situations with poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression. I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening.
Based off of everything that I
Bro,
watched,
what? Did he really just try to... What? She was dealing with a stalker outside of her house. And because of the stalker, she did not want to exist. So he flipped the situation and tried to make himself the victim? What? Bro, that don't even make... Oh my god, she was throwing blankets and plushies and she threatened to end it all because a stalker came to her house and I'm the victim. Like, what?
Mizkif has a common theme of being insecure about his status and his stature in the content creator sphere. You would think somebody who
He's
is
trying
as
so
big as
hard to be a victim in this situation, and it's like, bro, nobody's believing that shit, bro. And here's the thing, this is not even his first situation. Doesn't he have a whole other like lawsuit going on right now? And there's like mad other people, bro, that have stories about this guy, and it doesn't matter about what side of the spectrum you were on in the Twitch world, bro. Everybody unanimously came out and said that they don't like this guy and that he's got skeletons in his closet.
Him would feel like he is more of a success. But listening to Emiru talk about a time where Mizkif decided to drive 150 miles per hour again on the road, it seems as though he is always constantly questioning who he is and his place in the hierarchy of creators.
This wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
And I'm always like,
bro, over Mr. Beast, gang. Over Mr. Beast. Thank you for the bless yous. Over Mr. Beast. Come on, bruh. That is actually sad, bro. I can't lie.
Gaia pattern recognition.
Y'all don't remember the essay situation he was in that he helped cover up? He tried to twist it like he was the victim and it ruined his life.
When I went to do my digging for this video, it seems as though this is something that he struggled with before. Who he is and people around him surpassing him. Hell, even his ex, Maya, who the internet through this research is claiming that he also did abuse her, he showed some signs of insecurity towards her and her growing viewership when they were together.
I was terrified. I couldn't understand what was happening. My viewers were dropping, Maya's were only going up. And there was a part of me that thought that I was going to be smaller than her, and I don't know if it was my ego or what, but I couldn't take it. I felt like shit. And I was on the phone with Austin, and then XQC, I somehow got on a call with him, and he talked to me for hours, making me feel better about it. And he did.
Wow, this guy just cares about being on. Like I told you, these people, they just care about this number. And it's crazy because there's this whole like conversation that's been going on about like viewership and like streamers and just how weird they are. And I'm so happy, bro, that this shit is going down because this is shit that I've been talking about since July. Since July, bro. I've been talking about this. I've been driving this shit home every single day, bro. And people tried to make it seem like I was crazy. People try to make it, bro. I literally said, I don't want to be a slave to the clip. I don't want to humiliate myself. I don't want to, only do shit for the sake of numbers and blah, 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 bro. There's some people that only do this shit for that reason, bro. They only do that shit for that reason. And, hold on. Let me pull. I've been in my Twitter bag. This girl, she was talking about viewership and how her mental health is 10 times better after losing 90% of her viewers. So at one point in time, I think she had like 7,000 viewers or something. What's her name? Brooke AB. Let's go to her Twitch tracker, bro. And it's just funny, bro. Like these people are, it's just crazy to see this shit play out because it's like I was literally right. Like I don't give a fuck to be the biggest fucking streamer. I just want to be in my little neck of the woods and just chill, bro. Because the moment that you start trying to chase shit, that's the moment when you just start becoming depressed and stuff. Like, look what I said. I try to tell other creators that getting lost in the sauce chasing views and clips will ultimately leave you depressed. Not every view is a good one. Viewers seek connection and authenticity, not gimmicks. You see that? Come on, bro. But I want to see what her okay, so she had an average viewership back then of 70. Whoa, wait. Max viewers 28,000. Whoa. So she blew up in 2019 and she had an average of about, in her peak, about 7,000 viewers. And then her shit just casually went down over time because it seemed like she didn't want to do the bullshit. Let's see. People treat me like shit. Brooke later expanded on her experience, saying that some of the negative treatment she's faced came after her numbers dropped. To elaborate, and last thing I'll say, I've had many people treat me like shit once my viewers dropped. Brands, friends, streamers, all of the above. You are worth more than your numbers, and those people aren't worth impressing if they aren't there for you. You are worthy, and you got this. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, a lot of these streamers, the only thing that they give a fuck about is your viewership, and what they can get from you. So if they can't get viewers off you, they're going to try to either use you to get to somebody else, which we've seen some streamers openly say, like, oh, I use this person, try to get to this person. Or they try to use, they use you for certain shit. And it's crazy. Like, I'm happy that I'm disconnected from this shit. I'm so happy about that. Like, I just want to be in my little neck of the woods and just be happy. We see it time and time again, but people are too money hungry and fame hungry. Exactly. And that's like reflected in this Mizkif shit. Like, he's so money hungry and fame hungry that he was willing to ruin a relationship with his girlfriend.
And I genuinely, after talking to him, felt a lot better. And I don't think he even realizes what he did for me in that call, but he really did help me a lot. I was nonstop. It's all I could think about is that she was beating me as a streamer and I was going to die.
What?
But then he reminded me that women have a cap and men just grow as streamers, and that's pretty much just fucking it.
Hey man, real
What?
classy dudes these guys are. Just stand up guys, stand up guys. This leads us to our biggest claim in this video. This is where Emiru claims that Mizkif did two things. One,
Yo, he said that shit with his whole chest. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you though. Here's the thing, right? Y'all are gonna hate me for saying this, but that is like actually true. That's actually fucking true though. If you don't like, it's sad, but it's true. Oh my god.
he gave her a black eye by throwing a phone at her, and two, he committed SA against her.
He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye. I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me
And he tried to play it. Oh, I didn't throw it at her. I just threw my phone at the bed, and I was just when I was going to brush my teeth. See, just like this. So why would she say that? The fuck?
Attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying, and he started kissing me in my face. And I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then suddenly he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And I screamed. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, "I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go." And he immediately left my house while I was still crying.
Now, I think Emiru, somebody who just came out of the
Damn.
TwitchCon situation where she got assaulted, knows how serious this is. Knows that she can't just levy these allegations, you know, baselessly and aimlessly. And anybody who is a victim of SA, like, I'm standing with you totally. Especially after Mizkif comes and gives his explanations as to how both situations happened. I have no choice but to believe her wholeheartedly because what he says is just...
I mean, he pretty much like agreed to it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
hogwash and baloney.
She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear.
Yeah, guys, I was throwing my phone at her, but not during a fight. Like, what?
It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat. I'm brushing my teeth. Right here. Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed. I would just lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone.
And you hit her in the eye? That's what you want us to
Right, he
believe?
didn't even answer the question. He just completely deflected.
Now, I don't believe that black eye story for one
Right,
second.
I don't believe that shit at all. He didn't even address the black eye shit.
You're telling me that you casually tossed your phone in water bottles or whatever?
Bro, even if you casually throw, like that shit can't even hurt you. That can't even bruise you. So what are you talking about? How hard did you throw the phone? You had to have launched that shit. That's the case.
the case may be, and it's something that just so happened to hit her in her eye to give her a black eye. Now let me ask you this,
bro.
why after that situation
Come
was
on,
Emiru
bro.
going on live stream lying to people about how she got the black
I mean, obviously this situation is gonna go to court, so he's probably trying to get his statement right and shit. She's fragile. It doesn't matter how fragile you are, bro. You don't get a black eye from just casually tossing your phone like that. It does not matter how fragile you are, bro. Come on. That's not true. I don't believe that shit at all. Not for 1 second, bro. Not for 1 second.
eye.
Yes, she said she bruises easily. But you just casually tossing your phone, that don't even add up.
He had like a small black eye from running into something, and no one could tell. I thought I wouldn't be able to cover it because it was really bad. What'd you run into? I was like turning a corner really fast, and I hit like the bottom of my eye socket on the wall.
Y'all couldn't even come up with a better excuse as to how she got the damn black eye. Like, that's abuse victim 101. Running into a doorknob or...
Oh, he didn't even include the crazy part. He would coach her on what to say, so she wouldn't slip up and he wouldn't get canceled.
Or a hinge or whatever to hit her in the eye socket. And apparently it was really, really bad. She wasn't showing her face or couldn't show her face and talked about covering it up. But she got that from a phone hitting her in the face. I can't believe that for 1 second. And if that's the excuse that you're gonna use for the black eye, let's hear the excuse that you use for the essay.
We broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food. And then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general.
No mention of the crime.
I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
No mention of the crying, and again...
Pretty much just accepted it. Damn. That's a horrible response. He's cooked. He's done. He's literally done. He basically confirmed it, bro.
And if you were in a situation in which you thought this was the next step, advancing to the next stage, y'all were cuddling and stuff like that, especially in a time of distress, you would have no problem with having a conversation with her right after. Kind of acknowledge.
Bro, she's crying. You're kissing her face. Yo, Jom, thank you for the sub, bro. She's crying, pouring her eyes out. And the first thing that comes to your mind is she needs dick.
Nutting my coochie.
What? You didn't think to talk about the situation and ask her how she's doing? You automatically want to advance to the next stage? Come on, bro.
That, hey, I read the room wrong. You yelping and leaving in the way that you did seems as though you did something that you knew you were guilty for. If Mizkif didn't give enough bad excuses after bad excuses on this live stream, he then doubles down on what Emiru kind of alluded to at the end of her stream, and the fact that, hey, Mizkif is going to try to paint me to be some sort of a villain in this.
And then why would you just immediately like leave? Why not like apologize and like talk shit over? Like, wasn't that the point of view? That just proves, bro, because weren't they supposed, wasn't it like this, at least from what I remember from the story, right? Wasn't it like they hadn't talked in like a long time and then they came together to kind of work things out or just like get closure, right? So he took that opportunity to smash. He failed, and rather than actually discussing the things that you said that you wanted to talk about, you immediately leave, which means that your intentions was never to actually say what you it was never to get that shit off your chest. You just wanted to be around her because you knew that you still had access to her. That's crazy.
Conversation. And the way that he does that is by playing the animal card. The same card that they tried to use on Hassan last week.
Emiru has a lot.
Bro, that's not the same. That's not, no. That's no. Stop the dick riding. Fuck no. That shit just made me mad. What? Clear proof. 6 different clips of this shit going down, and you're gonna equate this to some fucking allegations. Get the fuck out of here. What? Come on, bro.
Of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in. These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them.
So they're in your house, and you're just also allowing them to die. Why is he reading? Because this shit's about to go to court.
They felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
What? Oh.
Here is a video up close of Emiru's rabbits.
I think it's odd.
These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected.
What's that?
This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting.
But if they were in your house, right? Listen to this. If they were in your house and you were also there, why would you allow them to die as well? Abdi, thank you for the follow. Why would you also in turn allow them to die? So wouldn't that mean that the allegations also fall on your head as well for being complicit with that? If you know that if you know, right? If these pets are in your house, you're not his responsibility, they're in his house. So therefore it would be his responsibility as well. So if you know that these rabbits are in a bad situation, why would you keep them in your house? That's my thing. Why would you want them to be there in these filthy conditions? Come on, bro.
So let me get this straight. Your ultimate combatant to the essay allegations, the DV allegations, the verbal abuse allegations is the fact that Emiru was neglectful to rabbits that were also in your house and in your care. I don't think that that's like the best excuse in the world. Actually, I don't think it's an excuse at all. It's a non-excuse. It's crazy because he's trying to play this internet game that a lot of content creators try.
I also just Googled this. Can rabbits die easily? Yes, rabbits can die easily due to their nature as prey animals who are sensitive to stress and prone to hiding illness. They are susceptible to a number of health issues, including gastrointestinal stasis, dental problems, and infections, which can lead to premature death if not properly managed. You know what I mean? Common causes of death: stress and fright, GI, dental problems, infections, fly strike. If you're in a house and you're banging on the walls, don't you think that would also have an effect on everything, bro? I don't know. I don't feel like this is a good response, bro. She's talking about, oh, and she said that you were going to run the smear campaign and say that she was an animal abuser, by the way, and you did exactly what she called you out to do. So she said you're manipulative, you're, you know what I mean? You're violent and all this type of shit. You got essay allegations. You said yes, 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 and yes, but she threw a plushie at me and she abused her rabbits that I also let be in these conditions. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is horrible looks. Horrible looks.
They do, in which they utilize their audience and their feelings towards a situation in order to paint somebody or someone else in a bad light. I'm going to be quite honest with you, though.
Violence? It's on live. What she said is it all happened on live.
Oh, gang, this is falling on deaf ears. Nobody cares about these rabbits in this situation when there are claims of SA that you admitted and acknowledged, when there are claims of DV, which you gave an excuse about, and when there are claims of threats, violence, and other things. You are an insecure man, and that is a invalid excuse, full stop. Now, what Mizkif did to close out his stream is he gave a pretty eerie and ominous threat to other content creators and streamers out there that he knows personally.
I am going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot.
Wow. Basically, he said, if you speak on me and you air out the skeletons in my closet, I'm gonna air out the skeletons in yours. Wow, because he knows that he's... I thought this situation was between you and Emiru. Why are you gonna be talking about a whole bunch of other people? That clearly means that it's a whole bunch of people versus one person. That tells you everything that you need to know. Why are you bringing up shit that has bro, what? Wow. Wow, bro.
A lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on.
He's trying so hard, bro. He's like, you know when you're in the water and you're drowning, and your head is barely above the water? Like, he's trying so hard. He's trying so hard to stay afloat right now, bro. I'm not going anywhere, and I will be leaking things within the next few days. Man, shut your bitch ass up. You're done. You are the Twitch Diddy. You are the Twitch Diddy.
Believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild.
So you've been sitting on these other videos and other evidence of people.
Yeah, exactly. Until it was convenient. Oh, I don't give a fuck until y'all got some shit to say about me. That shit is crazy.
Doing essay or DV or just other disgusting stuff from your content creator and streamer friends. Got it. We hear you loud and clear.
Yeah,
and I think
they're not friends. None of these streamers are actually friends, Omar. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. None of these streamers are actually friends, bro. I'm trying to tell you this right now.
that is a bow on this specific conversation.
Exactly.
But it opens
He's trying to be the victim and it's not fucking working, bro.
the present of a bigger conversation. Twitch, the community, the streamers, the content creators have problems, like real problems. Not
Real
like, oh,
problems.
we can't figure out which platform to stream on, but no, these are people who are violent. And it's disgusting because in his attempt to defend himself, Mizkif is ultimately admitting that, yeah, I know that streamers commit these atrocities. I just hide them, just like other streamers do. But I tell you what, Mizkif, you go ahead and you release that information. Release that information. I want you to, because we can.
He's acting like that information is gonna make him look good and then make everybody else look bad. No, it's just gonna make you both look bad. It's a lot of shit going on, bro. It's like, what, we got the Nina controversy and Zoe Spencer controversy right here. We got the Mizkif shit, the TwitchCon shit. You're just gonna add to this pool of shit that is Twitch. What even is the future of this platform, bro? I don't think Twitch has a future. I'm gonna be honest with you. The viewership is going down. You're banning people who are committing these offenses for literally only a day. We have all these big creators who are known on this platform who've got skeletons in their closet. What is the future for Twitch? The CEO is a fucking 60-year-old serial gooner who's partying with 19-year-old e-girls and doesn't actually give a fuck about the shit that happens to people on his platform because he's too busy gooning. What is the state of Twitch? There is no future, bro. I don't even think, okay, I don't think Kick is the future. Hold on. Kick is just as bad, all right? They got some bad apples over there too. All right? Kick is definitely bad as well, but I just don't know. I think they're just like running this shit into the ground. I don't think this shit is going to be around in the next few years. You know, I don't know. YouTube looking good. I'm going to be honest.
Back them and you up.
Straight
we can
back
pack
to
everybody
YouTube.
up, because there's no way that we should be platforming anybody who has these levels of skeletons in their closet. You honestly just don't deserve a platform. For Emiru, I'm praying for you, to be quite honest with you. Like you said, this is a hell of a year.
I mean, yeah, her shit is gonna be, she's got to deal with the TwitchCon shit. Now she's got to deal with Mizkif. She's probably fucking chronically stressed. Yo,
And your assaults
Yeah.
are getting caught on camera and getting admitted to by the people that are doing the assaults. What
by
a
the way, bro said Bang Energy is not vegan.
hell of a time that we live in. I'm hoping and praying that Twitch does the right thing. By the time this video goes out, Mizkif should be banned if they want to stay true to what they say. But they'll probably do what I expect them to do in my thoughts that I've shared in a Patreon video on my
I
page.
mean, I'm already knowing what the hell is gonna happen, bro. Like, other people are gonna share what they know about Mizkif. Asmongold said that he's willing to support other people in their plight against Mizkif. It's a lot. People know a lot about this guy, bro. Shit. Everybody, you know what's crazy? It's like everything that I've heard about this guy has never been good. It's always been bad. And I've been knowing, I haven't really heard specifics about him, but I always hear, like, this guy's not a good guy. This guy's not a good guy. What did Mizkif say in the car? Shit, even Bruce, even Bruce had a fallout with bro. Even Bruce had a fallout with bro. I had to respond to the tweet, bro. I've been in my Twitter arc, right? Look what I said. I said, Bruce was right about all of this shit. He was before his time.
Everybody don't like that, and I'll call you out on that shit in front of everybody. Since you won't text my phone while I'm streaming in front of everybody. Fuck you now. Now it's fuck you. You weird as fuck. Period. It's no drama. It's just weird energy because I left, and you know it's like that. It's no weird energy on my end. I didn't say anything wrong. But it's just like that, though. That's how you gotta say shit sometimes for them to understand.
Still remember,
I was more than enough of a friend to even come on your stream and stick my neck out for your white ass. When I knew some of my viewers never forgave you. But you know what? I'm such a good person. My Hoover hat. I'm such a good person. I see the good in people and I wear my heart on my sleeve just like my mama, and you took advantage of that by texting my phone on some dumb shit. Don't ever do that, ever. Nigga, you won't even ever be able to do that again. But you really took advantage of that. I came on your stream, made it a good stream. You wouldn't have had that good stream without me, nigga.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Shout out to Bruce. Shout out to fucking Bruce, bro. This is the shit that you gotta deal with as a streamer. When you deal with these weird-ass individuals, bro. People will dead take advantage of your fucking kindness, bro. I know exactly. I've been in his fucking shoes, bro. So when he said the part about I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve, I felt that shit in my whole soul, bro. Because if you're a fucking nice person in this industry, bro, people take that for fucking granted, bro. And yeah, Bruce was before his time with a lot of shit, man. With everything. I'm gonna be honest.